that over there. Oh God, there's quite a delay. Hello, Deadly. First time live streaming with a new phone. Can you hear me okay? All is well. I'm shattered, but all is well. I'm hoping, in all honesty, that we'll wrap this up around in about half an hour. Because I know most of you are going to be wanting to head off over to Dean's anyway. Dean's premiere, so we'll try and keep it short and sweet today. Why can't I hear myself? I don't really want to hear myself, but I can't hear anything on the stream. I can't hear anything at all. Howard, how are you? It's nice to see you. The chat comes up on here before it comes up on the bloody console. Apologies for the angle. I know it's not great. I've left the tripod down on the plot. Today has just been a comedy of errors, shall we say. I did, and I do, with some regularity. It looks like I've missed a bit, doesn't it? So down there, but it's just the shadow. I'm guessing you guys can hear me, so that's alright, because you're responding to my questions. But for some reason, there's nothing coming through my monitor. So we're a little bit early, but I think if I'd have sat down for much longer, I'd have fallen asleep. A mate of mine brought his 20-year-old transit van for some for the top mounts doing on the suspension. Oh man, what a nightmare that was. Did one side just fine, and then the bolt snapped on the other side. The bolt snapped in the hole on the other side. Good. This is just something in a brown bottle. There's already more here than I thought there would be. Thought with pubs reopening, everybody'd be down pub.
There is a big delay between...
It's a massive delay of about 20 seconds.
Between each monitor.
Yes. The weird thing is, I think the
And your
video's
colour.
faster on that one, but the text is faster on that one. I think. How's the chilies, Deadly? How are they doing? Other brands of refreshment are available. Not sponsored either. Yeah, I know it's in sync, but from what I say now, it appears that you guys won't hear it for about 20 seconds. Is that my phone going off? Give me a sec, guys. Let me turn off notifications so that it's not going for you guys all the time.
No, it's me.
Yeah, just turn off. I can't put flight mode on, but I can turn off notifications. Oh, it's Inception. See, that's how long it takes. I could put a clock on, but I'm now looking at the back of my phone and I've just picked it up. Now I won't know if I'm back in frame for nearly 15 seconds. Oh man. Has everybody enjoyed this this relatively warm weekend? Has it have you managed to get some stuff down on the plots? I've not had a chance to get to mine. Like I said, we hoped doing my mate's van would be done by about 2 o'clock. We have literally just finished. I have to just put them 12 bolt through the bottom of the suspension arm instead of the proper bolt, but it should be fine. He can't ring me if he breaks down on way home anyway, because I've just turned my phone on silent. It's been a bit grey down your end, has it? Not that I particularly talk football, but
Leeds are doing good.
we'll be meeting up with you this next season, Deadly. You got some lettuce out yesterday. I did some at home. It was about midweek. I did some lettuce. Did some little gem. And I think about 2 weeks ago I did some radicchio and some not all year round winter imperial. Everybody keeps saying I should do cut and come again. Yes, Deadly Leeds. Everybody says I should do cut and come again, but I can never. I grow a cut and come again, and it just grows. I can never be bothered to take the leaves, and we can't do like an oriental mix because they're peppery, and obviously, having 2 young uns, they won't eat it.
And with our soil, things with pepper goes really peppery.
Yes, and like Tony says, I've got some lamb's lettuce now, and I've toyed with putting that in. Did you direct sow? Did you just broadcast somehow, or did you have you put it in modules? Be interesting to know, because you just trim it off, don't you, at soil level when you want it. It's just a one shot deal with. It's like big cress, isn't it? If I remember rightly, lamb's lettuce. Is it? Sure it is. Sure it is. God, this chair's uncomfortable.
Am I out of view enough to be able to vape?
You're completely out. Oh no, now you're in view. Well, you're completely out of view. We can just see the top corner of the TV.
Okay.
You can vape all you want anyway.
Yeah. Good.
I'm drinking beer on a live stream.
Oh.
Start them off in the greenhouse. I'm assuming if you start them off in the greenhouse, they're in modules then, or some sort of tray just broadcast on the top. I'm assuming. I like lamb's lettuce, but said with stuff like that, you have to dedicate it for a crop for a family of 4. I'd have to do an entire sort of 4 foot by 2 foot sowing. I'm not sure I can do that. I was actually supposed to be on tonight's live stream. I was going to do some more carrot seed tape, but I haven't.
Have time to prep.
But yeah, I've literally, my mate's just gone in his van. I've just sat down. I've not had time to prep anything. Otherwise, I would have gone and got the tripod. And I can't sit forward because I'll be out of shot. It looks like, yeah, the less said about the seating position, the better. I'm going to get a better camera angle. One that doesn't make me look as man-boobish as I am. That's a bit treacherous. That's a bit, if that holds, that might be a bit better. Oh, now you can see. What are you playing? You're playing Conan?
Yeah.
No nudity, please.
I'll try not to die
So
then.
they can see it.
I'll try not to die.
Oh, never mind. Sorry. I bet that was actually quite loud. Ah! I told you, I'm so unprepared today. Which, credit, you know, give me some credit. I'm not usually. Usually I'm quite prepared. Usually I'm quite prepared. But not today. Oh dear. That really went all over the place, didn't it? Yeah, that's a better angle, isn't it? That's a much better angle. Bit more flattering, shall we say. It's a lot brighter than it's on there than it is. That'll be camera, won't it?
Yeah. And plus the Google lights don't
work. Growing peppers from seeds, Howard. Yes. Lots of tips on growing peppers from seed. Do you mean what sort of peppers? Sweet peppers, bell peppers?
Chili peppers.
Chili peppers, super hot chili peppers. What sort of peppers? Because chili peppers, depending on what they are, depends on when you start them. Your sweet bell peppers, you start them generally, January, February, late February, early March. You can start them. But your chili peppers, especially your super hots, really long season needed for those. I actually start mine, I think last year I started Boxing Day, didn't I?
Yes.
I think this year I'm going to start them even earlier. But I have some propagation equipment, some lights, etc.
You got lights, tents, propagators, a lot.
Standard capsicum, sow them about the same time as your tomatoes. Don't overwater them. That's the one thing a lot of people do when it comes to capsicums, is they overwater. Whereas your tomatoes want roughly 1 litre a day. A capsicum will be quite happy with half a litre a day. Doesn't like wet feet. They also quite handily, if you want to grow them in containers, they will grow to the container. So if you put them in, let's say, a 5 litre pot, depending on the variety of capsicum, you'll end up with quite a short little sort of 3-4 foot plant. Well, no, not even 3-4 foot, probably 2 or 3 foot in a 5 litre. I do mine in 15 litre containers, as well as in a raised bed in a polytunnel. And the ones in the polytunnel will grow to anywhere between 5 to 6 feet tall. The ones in the 15 litre pots will generally stop about 4.5-5 feet. This year the last 2 years has been particularly bad with peppers. So if you struggled the past 2 years, don't get downhearted. It's been particularly bad for them with especially this year, with us having that bright spell quite early on. And then we had the sort of month and a half of grey weather. Last year, of course, we never really got a sunny summer until the end of July, early August, which meant that they really, really struggled. But, yeah, feed them. I feed mine a standard seaweed fertiliser. I try not to use tomato fertilisers. Hiya, Dean. We'll probably be over to you at 8:30, mate, but I hope you're well. I appreciate you joining. I appreciate the support. We're just talking capsicums. Any hints and tips for capsicums? How are you wanting to grow them, Howard? Are you wanting them? Yeah, we'll be through. We'll probably be through, Dean. I don't know how long I'll be on for, because I'm jiggered. It's been a long day today. Drop a link to your... Yeah, you're an admin, so you should be able to do it. Drop a link to your channel, Dean, please. I know there's only 4 or 5 of us here, but just drop a link to your channel, because I don't know if Howard knows you. And obviously people that aren't talking, not that there's many, but people that aren't talking won't, may not know your channel, Dean. So please drop a channel link. Yeah, how are you wanting to grow them? Or are you having any problems growing them? So hints and tips, sow early, sow twice. They can take 2 to 3 weeks to germinate, so give them time. Don't start feeding until you've got your first set of flowers. And even then, only feed once a week. Hiya, Jim. Cheers, Dean. So we'll probably pack up and head over for your premiere at about half 8. Anything flashy in tonight's live, Dean? Any, what can we call it? Exclusive? For in 20 minutes? I'm out of beer.
Do you want me to get you another?
Sorry, not beer. Cool mountain spring water with
Hops and sugar.
with hops and sugar. Right. You're very late now. If you're sowing them now, you're very, very late. What you could do, are you planning on container growing them, Howard? Yeah, you're spot on there, Dean. I was going to get to that, about 6 weeks to feed. But generally, once they're in their last pot, they should be flowering within 6 to 8 weeks. But I want to know whether it's going into soil in a greenhouse or polytunnel, or whether they're going into containers. All is not lost if you've only just sown, Howard. It just depends whether you've got containers to put them in. Because an interesting experiment for a lot of people to do year one with peppers and chilies, a lot of people don't realise they are actually, I always get this the wrong way around, but they are annuals. So you can overwinter them. I overwintered the jalapeno last year. So you can overwinter them. Just trim them right back. I will be doing a video on it towards the end of the chili pepper season.
Oh yeah, you want me to do the challenge?
Oh yeah, you've not been so good, have you, Dean? Ooh, I wonder if we're going to have conflicting opinions on taking leaves off. I wonder how high you've taken the leaves off. Do you plan on keeping them in pots, Howard? Do you plan on them remaining in pots, or are you planning on planting them out? We may get an Indian summer. I think you need 2 fingers to cross, though. You can't fit cross one finger. Well, you could cross one finger, it'd just hurt a bit. Yeah. I need to do mine, Dean. So we have the same opinion when it comes to tomatoes. I take them up to 2 leaves below first truss, and then once they're fruiting, I'll generally take them up even further to about the same, about the second truss. Oh mate, my sweet millions. There's, well, as the name suggests, there's millions of trusses up. They do need a lot of heat. You cannot grow, really. In fact, I've not heard of anybody successfully growing peppers of any kind outside in the UK. Yet, climate change and all, things might change, but yeah, they need heat, so you need yeah, I've got sun golds in as well. I've got sun golds, sweet millions and Roma, but the Roma not doing so good yet, but I tend to find the cooking tomatoes tend to take a lot longer to fruit. I used to do, what's the other, San Marzanos. I did them for 2 years running. They tended to fruit really late.
They were very tasty.
Oh, beautiful, but tried Roma this year. And I think I'll go back to San Marzano next year. So yeah, look at going up to 15 litre pots. I think 15 litre is the same as 21 centimetre pots, roughly. If you can, once again over on Dean's channel, he talks about them a lot more than I, because I haven't got any. But if you can, get some 15 litre air pots. Chili peppers, in theory, should love air pots. Mate, you're in Manchester. I'm only up the road in Scunny. I'm only up the road in Scunthorpe, and I grow right the way through from jalapenos to Scotch bonnets to cayennes to reapers to nagas to Maruga scorpions. It's just starting nice and early, and investing in some lights. I would really love, hint hint Dean, tell them to look my way, I would really love a light from Spider Farmer. They're amazing lights for chilies, but I just can't afford one. I just can't afford one. The only problem in Manchester, it gets about one dry day a year. We know that. We spent 4 years in Sale.
No, we was only there 18 months.
Well, we only there felt like 4 years. Yeah, we had a pub in Sale in Manchester for a few years. Or for a year and a bit. Yeah, my eldest was born in Wythenshawe Hospital just after the maternity ward got rebuilt. I don't feel I'm big enough to message someone like Spider Farmer, Dean. I honestly don't know. Because like there's you, they've done you and Thomas over at London Worms and Garden this year, aren't they? And you're both up above the 5,000 mark, aren't you? So I'm just about to get to my 1,000. 12 months. 12 months. Almost actually. Next weekend will be my 1 year anniversary of my first proper upload. It was about the 26th of July I did my first proper upload.
Really been that long?
Yeah, it's been 12 months.
Don't feel like 2 minutes.
Between me and Mally, 125 videos.
What does he know you've gone live tonight?
I thought you were getting up towards 5, Dean. You should be up towards 5. So I say anyway. In Manchester. Yeah, so in Manchester, all joking aside, you should be fine. Next year, if you're not wanting to invest in some LED lights, you want to be starting your capsicum roughly about the same time as your tomatoes. Look for, there's California Wonder. There's also an, is it Orange? I think it's just called Orange Bell. And that is one that has been acclimatised for a lot of years as a strain for this country, for growing in this country. So keep an eye out for those two, as well as the mini Munch varieties. They grow really well in this country because they don't have to put a lot of energy into each plant. But for this year, your options are to pot up the ones that you've got, as you normally would. I will do a video on this as we're coming towards the end of the season, but I will do a video on overwintering. I'm only making up for picking on you in Monty's live stream. I'll do it. Yeah, so I will do a video on overwintering when it comes to the time. But it's extremely simple. It's a fun experiment. If you've got a bright, cool, warmish spot, not next to a radiator, that's too hot, but a bright, warmish spot in your house that you can pot up into a 15 litre. Some people take them right back to a 5 litre. I haven't tried that yet. I tend to just pot mine up, repot mine into a 15 litre, trimming off some of the roots, and really underwater it prune it back, underwater it, don't feed it through winter, and it'll start to show you when it's starting to get enough light and start regrowing in the new year. But generally I watered mine, I think my overwintered, I watered them about once a month, and I only gave them about half a litre once a month.
Oh, yeah, about your jalapeno.
Yeah, the overwintered. Yes, and it literally just spent all winter sat. See this, because there's a delay. But you see this window behind me somewhere. Well, you can see some of it. It literally just sat behind that curtain all winter. And it came back to life in the sun. Came back to life. It started growing really quickly, really early, to the point where I actually pruned it, and it's made quite a nice bushy second year plant. But you can, I might overwinter it again. It's turned out to be one of those weird hybrids that everybody seemed to get a few years ago that had no heat to it at all. So Hungarian hot wax I'm going to try next year. I was watching Grow Cook Eat and they grew them. I didn't realise they actually grow quite big. And apparently they're really mild with a little bit of kick, so...
Worth it for the kids then?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking they might make a really good stuffing pepper. Also, another option for peppers for this country are Romanos grow quite well. You won't get lots of peppers from them, but they're a super sweet long pepper. Is that Dave by any chance, Dean? Has he done the same one for 10 years? Good evening, Ashley. But a good one for capsicums and chilies, if you're interested in chilies, is a gent called Chili Chomp. I do recommend checking out his channel. He's really good when it comes to chilies and peppers. Really, really good. He's the one that got me interested in them.
His recipes are good as well.
And he does a lot of recipes as well. I thought Dave had is it Dave's Long? I thought he'd been overwintering one of them for a few years. At the end of this season, Howard, drop me a message. I'll send you some seeds if I manage to harvest some. I'll send you some seeds. I think the start of this season, I sent loads out, didn't I? Loads. Yeah. I sent out soup pots. I tried to send some to America.
Yeah, they didn't like that.
But no, they never got there. They got stopped in customs, I believe. I labelled them all up. I was honest about what was in it. I've got loads of jalapenos on, Dean, but for some reason the plant that they've got that really nice jalapeno flavour that I like.
But none of the jalapeno
But they've got no heat at all. Which is weird. They're nice, but I want a bit of kick. Because I love at a barbecue doing jalapeno poppers. Bit of cream cheese wrapped in bacon, put them on Barbie. Mine did that, Ashley. I was harvesting some overwintered cabbages the other day, and some of them had like 3 or 4 heads on them. They just went to the chickens. There were 3 or 4 small heads. It wasn't worth me bringing them home. But yeah, mine did that. I don't know what was going on there. They were a Savoy variety given to me, so I don't know if it was the stress from transplanting or what, but yeah, I had some that did that.
How long until our pickle stuff's ready?
Or what you after?
Oh, we've still not done the beetroot yet.
No, beetroot's not done yet. You can do it.
No, I just eat it as it is.
Fine.
I ain't got the patience to wait for beetroot to pickle. Right,
Well, beetroot's quick. Beetroot's only 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, I ain't got that much patience.
The onions aren't ready till September.
Oh.
We've got more to do yet. They're still in ground. My onions from seeds, my Elisa Craig's, are growing massive sat ground. They've not flopped over yet. They've not flopped over and they've not seeded, so I'm just leaving them. Why do I get the feeling that Sasha's just joined the... not Sasha. That Charlie's just joined the live stream. Because I'm sure I just heard Rosa go, Daddy, 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 Daddy.
I sent Rosa to bed. Because the condition of her coming out of her room was that she would go to bed for a couple of days early.
Right. Oh, well, in that case, Charlie might be on her phone to... Although, because I know you're going to have some massive onions. I've not grown them to be big. They're just some that I grew from seed. And then I got given all those sets by Grow Seed at local garden centre for for mentioning them. And I put all the set ones are out and cured. But the ones from seed are...
Charlie might play with Lena.
Play what? I'll show them Roblox with Lena, is she?
Yeah.
Bloody Roblox.
I ain't got an issue with it, not today. She's done a lot.
She has done a lot today. I'll probably check it out tomorrow, Ash, because I'm probably going to go watch... No, I'm not going to put that image in Dean's head, actually. My intention was to stick with seed this year, but I thought as I was donated all the sets, that I thought it'd be rude not to put them in. But the seed ones do look amazing. I might look at that for next year, Deadly, because I did actually look for this season at the Vaxa system. But I couldn't, whilst it is very cheap, I couldn't afford it. Oh, you figured it out.
You found Flashback?
Yeah, that'll probably be me tonight then. I'll probably, if I stop responding, I'll probably still be there. I'll probably just have fallen asleep. Speaking of, if you're not, you need to be keeping an eye on time. I know. If you can, big ask here, Dean, but if you can, if you've got some, and I mean I'm sort of bottom of the list, will you wing me some seed this year? Because I'd love to have a go. I would love to have a go. I'm not set up for it like you are, but I'd love to have a shot at it.
No more challenges in bottles, because we don't do bottles.
Yeah, no, the bottle ones are a pain in the arse. Mrs. I've just realised what she said. We don't drink pop. We had to call in workmates and all sorts to drink pop for us. And even then we only got 6 bottles. No, yeah, my watering and everything will be automated. Or is automated. It's all fully automated. Once they're in the ground down on the allotment. But I'd love to just give just a 2 foot by 4 foot bed for them. I'd love to have a go at it.
What?
Thank you. I know it's a big ask. I know you use a lot, but if you do, please do. If you've got sort of just a dozen spare, or even half a dozen. Yeah. I do want to get up to see you actually at some point. Whose idea was it about the bottle challenge then? Because I've only seen it on your channel. So anyway, before Dean's premiere, because he goes live in 5 minutes, or his video premieres in 5 minutes. Before you all bugger off, like I know you will, perfectly understandable. He's a lot better looking lad than I am. Can't say much for his accent though.
No, I can't either.
Any questions? because we've gone completely off topic of any sort of topic tonight. So, has anybody got anything they would like to know? Any questions about any videos? Anything you want to see in upcoming videos? Like I say, mate, I know it's a big ask and I'll be bottom of the list. Quite happy to be bottom of the list. Just going to load up. I will keep the live stream running, guys. In fact, this is some sort of weird inception. Well, I will live stream whilst in Dean's premiere. Oh, mate, deadly, the chickens. I think I've decided the chickens are going. As much as I enjoy having them, they're not... Howard, lovely to speak to you, mate. I don't do these that often. My favourite place to scratch. What the hell? Favourite place to scratch. In the corner of the shed. I'm not telling a favourite body place to scratch. Every bloke knows what their favourite... What we all have the same favourite body part to scratch.
Yeah, don't I know about it? Fucking watching the dementia ones just going around scratching.
Oh, right. Yeah, you're on about... Yeah, okay. I was going to say. You grew a bottle once. A bottle gourd? Or just a bottle? When you go to the barbers, what number do you get? I don't go to the barbers and it's just bare blade. I have my own clippers. The only reason I don't razor it is because I only use a straight razor and I haven't got the bottle to put a straight razor to my scalp.
Yeah, no, and I'm not doing it.
Do you think I'm going to let you anywhere near me with a straight razor? No.
And plus your mum would kill us both.
Yeah, well. Shade of just my men. You cheeky feck. I go grey gracefully. I don't cover it up. Hello, Rachel. How are you? Dean's decided to abuse me. He'll be going in a minute because his premiere goes live, and I'm going to abuse him in his premiere. I bet he's going to be late anyway, aren't you, Dean? It's not counting down yet. Does anybody have any serious... No. Does anybody have any normal questions? It's fine. I deserve it. Dean, you're late. Why is that got sound but mine hasn't? I'm muting you, Dean. Oh, yeah. Why are zebras striped? Because their skin is also striped. That doesn't answer the question. Zebras are striped because it's an active camouflage for the desert environment. Favourite type of bubble bath is Sanex. Anything else irritates my skin because I have dermatitis. If I don't look after don't look after myself, it's just going to be an abused rust night, and that's fine. I can take it. I can take it. I'll cry after we've gone offline. Yeah. You know what they say about a poor workman? Always blames his tools. Dear me. Shall we do a drink along with Dean every time he says potting up? In fact, no, he's probably not saying it as much in his streams anymore because he hasn't got any potting up to do. No, Rachel, I'm not sure. I just realised who Rachel James is. It's little Ray.
You know Ray?
No, but I can show a picture of you doing Little Plum, Rachel. No, I can't because it's on my phone. Tony. There's no Tony. Oh, it's not spelt with a Y. Thank you. That really confused me.
What?
She said hi Tony, but she put a Y on it.
Oh, cheers, Ray.
No, I'm. How can I show a picture? I know. I'll just point the camera at my screen and I'll just get a picture of Rachel doing Little Plum. How embarrassing would you like me to get with these pictures, Rachel?
I was thinking the same thing. I've got one of her on a wedding day.
I got loads of her on a wedding day.
I'm about as Plum.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I've got it on my phone.
Oh, give us your phone then I can show it to people. That is Rachel James. I'm going to have to hold it for about 10 seconds so that it shows me on the screen. I don't think you can get as embarrassing as I can, Rach. But there you go. That's Little Plum. Next to a fat plum. If you were in charge of Kew Gardens for a week, what would you do? Eat everything. Steal all the seeds. Find the secret marijuana farm. I'm in your premiere as well, Dean. You're not getting away from me that easy.
But yeah.
Right. So what else would I do if I was in charge of Kew Gardens for a week? Run round naked? No. Well, yeah, I probably would. And if I was in charge of Kew Gardens, everything would probably die. I'm not that good a gardener. Is Dean still here? Is Dean gone? What got me into gardening? One of the fellas that just left, I don't know. I wouldn't say this if he was here because he'd get big-headed. But one of the fellas that's just left, Dean, Dean, Sean from Chili Chomp,
Tony.
Tony from Tony Smith,
Muddy Boots.
Muddy Boots. Yeah, to be honest, I've always had an interest in gardening, but for years before I got an allotment, it was something I watched on YouTube. Oh bugger, he was here. He heard me say it. Yeah, I've been a subscriber of Dean's for, I think did you say you've been on here for 4 years? I think I've been a subscriber of Dean, for probably 4 years.
We got the
But
the
the reason for getting the allotment was at the time when we got it, we were in a flat and we didn't have any outside space. And also then it was wanting to expand the vegetable knowledge of the children. That was the reason behind growing the vegetables, and it's just sort of carried on from there.
Say Chili Chomp's all your chilies.
And yeah, Chili Chomp is the one that inspired me to grow all the chilies, and sort of have a go at making sauces, because as Rachel, if you'll remember, I used to like a little bit of spice.
Melty plastic spice.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a culmination of wanting to try a lot of things, being too skint to try a lot of things. Yeah, food challenges. We still do food challenges to this day. In fact, I've got the kids. I food challenged the kids to a bite of beef stroganoff yesterday. I made a beef stroganoff. Yeah, just being too poor, really. Not poor, but being too tight to grow a lot of, or buy at supermarket rates a lot of veg. Like asparagus, I mean, the cost of asparagus when it's in season is astronomical. And the cost of sweet corn seems to go up year on year.
Yeah.
When it's one of the easiest things in the world to grow.
Does Ray still eat a bacon with peanut butter in a sandwich?
Rachel, do you still eat peanut butter in your bacon sandwiches?
See how we get on. I've got a couple of flower heads to show you, which thankfully, hopefully, have pollinated successfully.
If Dean's still here, they're big flowers, them, aren't they, on them tomatoes? Are they a beefsteak or something? They look like it.
Three flowers.
Yeah.
What I'll do is, see that one pollinated there, I don't need that one anymore, so I'll take that one off.
Yeah, you are, because you're getting it to concentrate on one tomato, aren't you? So yeah, it was the main function behind getting an allotment and trying to grow my own was to expand the kids' knowledge, put a lot of different veg on the table that otherwise I may not buy, and to go back to making, because I mean the price of spicy hot sauces now, I mean if you remember that Dave's Insanity sauce, that's like 20, 30, that's now 20, 25 pounds a bottle. What would be my next step? In an ideal world, it'd be a house with a big enough garden to have an at-home allotment. In an ideal world.
And to be able to train the dog.
Oh, that one's cat-faced a bit. Yeah, that needs to come off. I'll see you later, Ash, mate. Thank you for joining. I need to come up with another live stream day, really, because I keep clashing with Dean, and I like being in Dean's premieres. Now I don't do the Wednesdays videos. I might do a live stream on a Wednesday. Oh, that one's cat-faced as well.
If you do do every 4th Wednesday and line it in when I'm at home. You can set my phone to the clock.
Yeah. A quick question, Dean, if you're still here. Do you know if I'll be clashing with anybody if I move my streams to Wednesdays? If I do Wednesday nights? Well, no. We'll wrap this one up about 9 o'clock anyway, guys. It's been a bit of a slow burner tonight. But yeah, next step would definitely be to hopefully be able to get a house with a big enough garden to have an at-home allotment and do it right with I would definitely do raised beds again. I would definitely use railway sleepers. Oh, you live stream on a Wednesday? Yeah, but you do it fortnightly. So if I offset against you, because I only do once a month, it should be alright. Should be alright. And I'll just make sure I never clash, which should be easy. Yeah, Farmer Ross. Don't know if I'd ever make a farm. Also, I know Rachel's now gone, but one of the next big steps would be to I would love to have a big polytunnel. I know the one I've got isn't small, but I would love to have a big proper polytunnel.
The farmer size one.
No, probably another 20-footer, but a lot taller.
I was just thinking those ginormous ones we see with all this when going out of town.
Yeah, not some. No, they're the mushroom farms. No, that's far too big.
They've got some ones with veg in it, like your salad stuff in it to boost.
Are they?
Yeah, because Mark gets all the veg.
No, I wouldn't do. No, I wouldn't do. Get off. Yeah, no, I know that you get off my land. Get a combine harvester. Sit there chewing grass all day, every day. No, it would definitely be a big polytunnel. Sort of, if you can picture it, an American-style homestead. Somewhere, I mean, we'd love to have either a goat or a pig, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Or some sheep, with the intention of them going to slaughter. So just have sort of 1 or 2 pigs every year, with the intention of them going to slaughter.
My dream world would be a cottage in the middle of nowhere with enough food to survive on, to be able to grow and raise.
That's a big ask. In this country, that's a big ask.
I know.
To be able to grow enough veg to live on, to be able to live on all year round, it's quite a big ask.
Yeah, well, I don't do people, so it'd be great.
Well, no.
That'd be my lottery win. Cottage in the middle of nowhere with plenty of farmland.
Yeah. Yeah, we could. Yeah, if money was no object, yeah, certainly. You know, I'd look to buy a field off a farmer and build a house on it, and yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Couple of sheep, a cow for milk.
You can milk it.
Yep.
I ain't milking no cow.
I just want to be totally off the grid.
That's a big ask. It's a hard task. That's a big task. Is that to be completely off the grid?
Yeah, I know, but plenty of solar panels.
In this country, it's a big ask to have power all year off the grid.
Even if it's just enough for the seedlings and stuff, you know, just...
Yeah. You could offset with enough solar panels that you put enough back into the grid to pay for your winter electric. But I don't think you could have enough solar panels to provide yourself with electricity all the way through the winter. You'd end up needing a solar farm, especially with the amount of gadgets kids have.
They'll have to look after the animals and what happens much.
Well, yeah.
And let's face it, Rosa's an outside child anyway. She prefers to be outdoors.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, those onions are crackers, mate. They really are. It's a live stream. We're all in a live stream watching Dean's premiere. I think this should be a thing. We need to get a split live stream and we'll all watch your premiere in my live stream.
That'll be something for next week. So if and that's what we've got next week.
Don't know how it'd work, but you know, be a bit of fun.
Climber, so we're showing the climb the giant sunflower. So
How many of you is it? How many is it?
stop trying to climb the sunflower.
Oh, I don't know, because I've closed the window. Have I closed the window?
I think that was one of the ones that
Yeah, no, I've just got Facebook open in front of it.
sunflower as opposed to the large headed one.
Who's messaging me?
Never mind that. I've been down this morning, just watering the inside.
Oh, there's more of us here than I thought there was.
It's everybody in it.
Yeah, there's more. Well, there's not a lot of people, but there's more of us here than I thought there was.
We're starting to go soft at the top, and it hasn't grown anything in a little while. So I thought best pull it because I've already lost one.
Oh, well, no phone calls from Marcus, so I'm guessing the wheels haven't fallen off on his way home.
Yeah, no, I've not received anything from him.
My practice onion. I'm going to show you how we do tie this raffia later on in a few weeks' time, and also basically show you how to prepare it as well.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, I know not all of you can talk, but 10-15 minutes, 10 minutes, let's say, and I'm going to call it a night. So do we have any do we have any serious questions? I daren't ask this now because I know Dean's still here. Dean, I think you put that in the wrong window. Oh no, that's Dean, it's because secretly we don't like people, do we? Secretly. Shh, don't tell anybody. I haven't pressed like on your stream actually. There we go. We can sit here and abuse them all, and they'll never know.
Ideally, what I'll be doing here is I'll be getting a sharp Stanley blade or a knife. I'll level this off, and I'll just scrape the bottom so it's nice and flat. Once that has been done, I'll then set this somewhere.
You've been where? You've ended on a cliffhanger there, Deadly. You've been. Oh, hang on. Did you see the Fast Show? Do you think it was done on Nick's allotment? This week, I've mostly been eating mashed potatoes. You know about that bit? I might start putting them on at the start of my videos, actually. I must be able to get a collection of them from somewhere. Oh, Dean, that's a bit rich coming from you on your premiere. Hey, latecomers. You're usually the bloody late one. They're on time compared to you. Yeah, you've given me you give me an idea there, Deadly. I'm going to start chucking some of them in. Because you can use sort of 5-10 second clips. Yeah, I'm going to start using them. That'll be funny. So we've got Deadly, Dean and me. Where at Newcastle in the league, Dean? Are we going to meet next year? I think we are, aren't we?
Hello. I can now. Are you having some issues?
We meet on the 13th, do we? Oh, you are 30. Does that mean you're getting demoted as we're getting promoted? Oh, you're safe. Oh, are you safe? I don't think you are. Don't think you are.
So, like I say, it's a bit nice colour inside it here. I feel it needs this year, because
Where are you? 13.
but that's my mistake. I learned from them. See, I keep them on doing that, but that's no way.
No, you're only a point clear, and you're not a game in hand.
Hollyhocks. So I've actually got one of these flowering in the back garden. I've got these up. These will be for next year.
And if it comes to goal difference, you're down.
I've got to get these poppies out.
You are 42. You're 43 points. Newcastle are 42 points. Both 36 games played. You've got 18 goals conceded on goal difference, and they've got 17 goals conceded on goal difference. So you both got a match. Is it one match? With 15, 30. Where are we? Where are we? Oh, hang on. Are you safe? Where's relegation zone? No, yeah, you are safe. You are safe. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. You're right. You're safe. So we'll meet next year. I think we'll be up just to be cannon fodder, you know. I don't think we'll be up for long.
You never are.
We'll be straight back. What do you mean we never are? Leeds were in Premiership for like 20 years before we got screwed over and bankrupted.
Every time. For as long as I have known you, you have never been there for very long.
We haven't been in the Premier for 9 years?
Yeah, we've
10 years? No, longer than that now. It'd be 12, 13 years actually, I think, since we got demoted.
I thought Carl said that you were there briefly when Charlotte was a baby.
No.
And then you got demoted straight back down again.
No. No, since we got demoted, when we essentially bankrupted, we went into administration, we've never been back up.
But you do like to yo-yo. You stay right at the top of the table until the last few games and you get right knocked
Yeah,
out.
that's usually Leeds' trick, to go right to the top of the table all season and then throw it all away. It's 16 years. I knew it was up there somewhere. Shows how much of a fan I am, really, because I think the last match I went to, I've been to a fair few Boxing Day matches and some mid-season matches since. So no, I have been since we got demoted. But I remember seeing Tony Yeboah play for Leeds. That's how long ago I've been going to matches.
See, I don't think you've been since Charlie.
I have.
Have you?
Yeah.
I know Ian goes every Boxing Day.
He does if someone buys him a ticket.
But it's like his birthday thing.
No.
Oh, hello, Mr. Caterpillar. The hell do you think you're doing in there? 2 seconds, guys. Apologies about that. Let's get this door shut.
Why did you have to stop filming to dispatch a caterpillar?
You didn't do it the humane way.
Well, the only reason you'd not stop filming is if he ate it.
Slimer's doing alright.
Well, that is a big kohlrabi.
It's not as big as what I thought.
It's a lot bigger than ours.
Yeah, but we grow them for matchsticks for salads.
Charlie Wiley.
Yeah.
Anyway, Manny, how are you?
Right, gentlemen and ladies, if there is any ladies in here, I'm going to call that a night. I'm going to run myself a bath.
You can't say golf if you were.
I've been working. I chewed on it. Yeah, I'm going to call it now. I'm going to run myself a bath because I've been underneath a 20-year-old Ford Transit all day. What, never grown caterpillars or never grown kohlrabi? No, kohlrabi we like. The only thing with kohlrabi is it's finicky with temperature. It can run to seed really easily if it gets too warm. Hey guys, listen, it's been great fun as always. We've had a good laugh. I do need to set one up properly. I've just not been able to get down the plot. So I thought instead of cobbling together a video, I thought I'd come and say hi. I don't know if any of the new subscribers are currently watching. Like I said, we've not been anywhere near as popular as we normally are, but hey, who cares? But any of the new subscribers, I'm thankful. Welcome. I'm thankful for joining. I'm going to move these live streams. I'm definitely going to move these live streams. Normally it's warm that sends them to seed, or going from cold to warm quite rapidly. But it's more the temperature whilst germinating them, I believe, that means whether it'll run to seed or not. I know they're a funny bugger. They're a funny bugger. But tastes like a mix between cabbage and pear and cucumber.
I've been down here and I've planted some more stuff into the front here. And then Makila 5 spot. I've also just put these.
I grew mine in polytunnel last year, Dean, and none of them ran to seed. But everybody who saw that I grew them in a polytunnel swore they would run to seed because they were in a warm environment. Because they're a Japanese vegetable, and typically Japanese actually is quite a cool environment. Yeah, please do, Deadly. Please do. Or stick. I don't know if you do Facebook. Or stick them up Facebook group. Or stick them in Dean's Facebook group. But yeah, wing them over to me on Twitter. I'd love to see. I would love to see. What are you? Have you got any interesting varieties? Are you growing anything interesting? I need to stop asking questions. I'm supposed to be going in the bath. No, I want to know. Are you growing anything interesting? Anything special? I'm going to grow next year hot wax, cayenne, the hot lemon if it's nice, and that's going to be it for my consumption. For plants for sale, I'll do the super hots again because super hots always sell. It refunds me then the cost of the compost for the year. I actually sold them far too cheap this year. Language.
I whispered. Ross is on a live stream and I'm getting told off.
That bit of bindweed underneath that chard, Dean.
So what you you're on club, that's what it is.
I don't know if has everybody. No, everybody hasn't gone. So Deadly must have. I would imagine has heard my message.
I'm gonna go face them. No.
Facing the wrong way. I won't even have that. So these two are facing the wrong way. This one's alright.
Mine. Some flowers that are that colour are facing the wrong way as well.
That's facing away. That's facing away. That's facing away.
That's odd. I'll try and get some pictures and I'll send you. But I've got one that's flowering so far. That's the same colour as that and it's facing away.
I've got all these that pick up. And you carve the leaves as well. A lot of people don't bother, but I'm going to do it on this side. Take all the lower leaves off.
Oh, this game's changed loads since the last time we played it, Mommy.
Take them all off. The lower trusses. You can see the fruit. Well, just a second. I'm going to get this done very quickly. I'll show you that.
My
Now we'll have after. So now see the fruits.
Sure I saw some under there, Dean. Sure I did.
One that's brightening off there as well, which is great.
Sure I did. It might have been creeping clover actually. What was I going to say to you? Yeah, it might be worth mentioning if you mention it again, Dean. The reason I've always told to take off some of the leaves of the bottom couple of trusses is A, to get it to focus on the tomatoes, which I think you've mentioned. But it also increases airflow, helps prevent blight. Supposedly.
Actually, double tomato, that one. That's quite strange. It's like the giant tomatoes, bro. That's quite one off the middle arm, so unfortunately I've lost two there. But you can see on the inside there, it's kind of what it looks like. It's a little soft on the inside.
We need to come together and do a few videos next year and get them all over Facebook about blossom end rot, because the amount of questions on Facebook about blossom end rot is just absolutely crazy. Convolus.
Yeah, tomatoes are looking really nice. The Shirley's on the right hand side here. And
Convolus.
I don't want to get any higher.
I can't say that. I'm too tired.
3, 4, 5, 6 trusses.
Oh, I've got you dead quiet, Dean, but
What I'll do is just above the top truss there.
it's weird, isn't it, how we both sort of
Run out on.
heard the same stuff.
That won't go any higher.
We've probably both seen it on the same video.
That's how I don't want to get them. So that's the only one
That's the other thing I'd love, actually, is a proper big glass house.
I'm going to pick all of these up now, because these tomatoes, some balls are ready to come off.
Like the one on Grow Cook.
I'm waiting for a few as well.
Grow Eat, Grow,
Grow cookie.
Grow Cook, yeah, that one. Like the one on Grow Cook Eat, their glass house is really nice.
Is that dome thing?
No, that's a polytunnel. They've got a glass house that looks like a house. It's not as big, but it looks like a house.
Tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, nice golden colour, absolutely beautiful. These are all the ones that I've managed to pick today. I've still got plenty of fruits to go as well.
Anyway, gents, I'm going to end this now because I'm just sat watching Dean's tomatoes because, you know, it's tomato season. No. Sun Gold are stunning. They really are. Are they money makers on the opposite side? Dean, just quickly before I go. Oh, Shirley, I'm assuming from Ray's comment.
I'll get some nice fruit.
Might try Shirley next year. I want to find a nice outdoor variety. Is it Crimson Crush that Muddy Boots grows? Anyway, guys, that's your lot tonight. I'm going to shut the stream down. It's been great as always. We've had a good laugh. Dean's got me back for so much. I think I now owe him. I'll see you later. Stay safe. I'll see you later. Remember, guys, as of I think is it early next week, you need masks to be able to go in the shop. Okay. So I'll see you later, guys and girls.